next up we have Mr. Brian Miller.
Yeah, but that truck outside is a lot bigger than those signs, isn't it? My name is Brian Miller. For the past nearly 12 years now, I've served our country, the United States Air Force. For almost 11 years, I was active duty along with my wife, beautiful wife Allison, sitting right over here. She was active duty for 9 years. We graduated from Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. We have two young boys, Noah and Lincoln. Together they are an absolute tornado, and frankly, I'd like them here now to cool this place off. But, and we have one on the way, we just found out the other day, so. 60% of the way to a basketball team. So we will be soon. There's a lot of, you know, it's political season. And there's a lot of rhetoric floating around, a lot of people telling you what you want to hear. I think anybody who's followed this campaign will recognize, will acknowledge that I'm not always taking the stances that are in the Republican Party that the status quo of the Republican Party likes. I made it my point to follow my belief system, my principles. That makes me the constitutional conservative Republican running in this race. When I started running, people said, well, Brian, you're running for office now, you got to go to DC, you got to talk to the RNC. You got to ask them for their support, for their help. So I did it. And then we went there. Oh, that's weird. So we went there and had an opportunity to sign up for the Young Guns program, which is the way the Republican Party, they bring you under their wings and they help you develop as a candidate and they help put you into office. After spending a meeting with them, I walked out and I said, turned to my campaign assistant and I said, we're not going to have anything to do with this because we have to sign over the autonomy of our campaign. We have to give them access to strategic decisions, access to our campaign, and we have to make it so that I'm answerable to them before I even get there. I said, no, we're not going to do that. So I was talking about anti-establishment, status quo. You got to look at how we're running our campaigns. You got to look at the records if we have one. You got to look at where the person is coming from. And I will tell you this. Anybody who knows me, who's run across me in this campaign, who's talked to me, know that my loyalty lies with the United States Constitution. My accountability lies with you in this audience and with every constituent around Congressional District 8. That is what my belief is. And should I have the honor of your vote to send me to Congress, you can be sure that I will be back here running town halls on a regular basis because my accountability to you does not work if I'm stuck in Washington all the time. My name is Brian Miller, and I'm going to ask you for your vote tonight. Thank you.
The third candidate, Jesse Kelly, I call him a short client. Thank you, Joe.
Liberalism is an infectious disease and conservatism is the cure in this country, and that's what we need in the United States of America. Barack Obama and the liberals have ripped this country apart. It's taken over 200 years of freedom and liberty to give us a standard of living that is the envy of the world, and in a year and a half, liberalism is trying to rip it apart, and we need not take it anymore. My name is Jesse Kelly, and I am not a career politician. I am a conservative. I'm a United States Marine Corps combat veteran. I led a squad of infantry Marines during the Iraq invasion. I'm a businessman. I manage construction projects for the family business here in town. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I have a 20-month-old boy and another boy on the way. And those children will not live under tyranny. They will not live under debt. They will not live under a government that has grown completely out of control. They think they can tell you what kind of light bulbs and windows and toilets to keep in your house. They think they can tell you how much salt to eat. They're monitoring obesity rates. This is the United States of America, and we'll be as fat as we want to be in this country. And more than anything else, we need not sacrifice what we believe in order to look appealing to liberals anymore. That's what we have to stop as Republicans sacrificing conservative principles in order to look good to Rachel Maddow, who doesn't look good anyway. We don't need to be afraid of anybody. We're right on the issues. Be bold about what we believe, because they're bold. They've been kicking our rear ends for a while. It's time we return the favor in this country, and we're coming to Washington. My name's Jesse Kelly, and thank you all for listening.
Stand in the watching Dancing with the Stars is going to be fun tonight. Boy, are you missing out. All right, let's get to the question and answer portion of the dialogue. If you have any questions you haven't turned in, give them over to one of the folks on the end of the aisle. I will call your name, and you can come up and ask the question directly, or we can ask you to answer it for you if you're on the shot. So we get how that works. Let's hit the biggest one first. That's so popular in the Southern Arizona region. SB 1070, immigration reform. Lots of questions up here regarding that. As Toby Perman, like to answer this question. All right, let me set it up as you come up, Toby. Back about 6, 7, 8 years ago, in the Yuma sector and the California sector, they tightened the border. That drove all the illegal traffic through our area, right up our back end. The Arizona legislature passed the SB 1070, which is garnering international controversy. It has a lot to do with the issues that we suffer uniquely in Southern Arizona, in that we have the crime and issues.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Louder, please.
We'll try it without trying to break it apart here. So why don't you go ahead and ask your question.
Everyone's talking about immigration reform. I'd like to know specifically how you're going to change immigration, how you're going to accomplish everything you need to accomplish to fix immigration.
Let's start on this end of it.
Well, first of all, we're going to stop using politicians' words like comprehensive immigration reform, which means I'm not going to do anything to solve the problem. We're going to build a double-layer border fence. That area of California that's been secured, that was secured by the double-layer border fence, and violent crime dropped by 54% when they built it. People that say walls don't keep people out, look at yourself in the mirror and say that 5 times. They've been building up from the beginning of mankind because they do keep people out. We need real employer sanctions, meaning we fund E-Verify. We use the I-9s. We've been backed by Sheriff Joe Arpaio and the National Border Patrol on this campaign. We don't use politicians' words. We need steel and concrete. We need employer sanctions. And again, we don't need to sacrifice that in order to try to focus on some kind of voting group. If we can get our own party unified with some spine, we're about to build that double-layer border fence. We're going to get the Border Patrol on the border, patrolling the border where they want to be, and we can't solve the problem. The biggest embarrassment out there today is that we live in the wealthiest, most technologically advanced country in the history of the world, and we pretend like we can't solve our border problem. Third world tin pot dictators secure their border. In the United States of America, our politicians, with their lack of spine, pretend like they can't do it. We are tired of it. It's a border district here. The drugs can go elsewhere. They can just stay down where they are. So, thank you.
Thank you for the question. 90 seconds is not enough time to talk about this issue. This is my #1 priority should I have the honor to go to Congress and represent you. We've handed out, we made a pack, some packets that give us a rundown my border security platform. I hope you will take one, you'll read it. I could stand up here and tell you, sorry, I could stand up here and tell you, I could stand up here and tell you.
Do you want to use this one?
I could stand up here and take this one. I could stand up here and tell